On Monday, President-elect Trump is set to be inaugurated as the 47th President of the United States. Over the last handful of months, he has touted a tariff plan that he says he plans to impose tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico.
There's no debate amongst economists, or really amongst anyone who's looked at the effect of tariffs historically. Every time they're levied, prices go up by the amount of the tariffs.
That's Brian Tomlin, chair of Cal State Channel Islands Economics Department, who said in his mind Trump's sweeping tariff policy will hamper the U.S. economy in a broader reaching sense.
It's one of these remarkably bad policies that just doesn't work for anybody, that both raises prices and decreases output. Right? It's not like a tax cut, which will put upward pressure on prices as people have more money in their pocket to spend, but at least it'll stimulate growth. This does the opposite, right? Because the things that you're putting tariffs on, these are key inputs across the board. So if you put a 25% tariff on Canadian lumber, and Canada's a giant forest, we get a lot of lumber from them, that's going to raise the prices of lumber by about 25%. It's sort of like, if you remember what happened during COVID, it's like that, but self-inflicted.
Trump plans to place a 25% tariff on all imports from Mexico and Canada on the first day of his presidency. The president-elect also said he intends to levy an additional 10% fee on all imports from China. According to the Office of the United States Trade Representative, the United States is the top importer of goods in the world, totaling out to $3.2 trillion worth of imports in 2022, with China being the top importer, followed by Mexico and Canada. The U.S. is also the second largest exporter of goods behind China, with the top three places U.S. goods are going being Canada, Mexico, and China in that order. Over the last handful of weeks, as President-elect Trump has touted his plans to levy tariff on other countries have announced that there is a chance that they could levy retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. CSUB economic professor Dr. Aaron Hegde says this is where producers here in Kern County could see an impact.
Majority of the ag production here in Kern County, which is like close to $8 billion worth, is exported. So most of that would be up for retaliatory tariffs, in which case that reduces the demand for the U.S. commodity.
According to the Kern County Department of Ag 2023 report, the major commodities exported from Kern County include things like grapes, almonds, and pistachios, to name a few. While it's unclear in the report what percentage of that product from Kern County was exported, the items listed as major commodities exported account for over $5.5 billion of the $8.62 billion in gross value reported. Hegde says the introduction of tariffs on imports in the U.S. economy could provide an immediate influx of funds, but the ramifications of retaliatory tariffs could spell more trouble down the line.
Like what you'll see immediately, and this is where tariffs, like the understanding that some people have tariffs is, it's really a misunderstanding, because you might see the revenue right away, but then the costs are delayed. There's a lag for the cost. And then when you do see it, it has such a wide impact on the economy. It's spread out through the economy that it's hard to capture. So it looks like, oh, we've made this revenue from the tariff, so this is a good thing, but then you're not capturing all of the costs, and which is a bad thing, right?
Again, President-elect Donald Trump set to be inaugurated on January 20th. He did say in that Truth Social post that he plans to enact his tariff plan on day one. In Bakersfield, I'm Sam Hoyle, your neighborhood reporter.